Hi, and welcome to Yogi Soul Sage Yoga at the Humanity as Organisms Thrives Convergence Room here at Peace Week. And Peace Week is such an amazing convergence of everyone who supports and gives and receives those gifts of peace. And that's what the yoga is going to be themed today. I'm Haseena Patel, and I'm a yoga instructor from Newcastle, South Africa. And it's just wonderful connecting with people around the world. So we are going to start off. Shamima, just keep an eye on anyone who comes in. We're going to start off sitting horizontally on the yoga mat, cross-legged position. And if you feel it's uncomfortable for you, just remember you can always use a yoga block or a cushion or a towel underneath you just to tilt you and to make it a little bit more comfortable. We're going to start off with the right leg on the outside and the left leg on the inside, and just take your hands to the sides. And if you feel that this position is a little uncomfortable for you, you can always sit on your heels. So whichever position is better for you. Lifting up the chest. Inhale, taking the hands all the way up to mountain pose. And exhale, taking the hands down. And just focusing not on getting to the pose, but on the spaces in between. It's the spaces in between that makes a difference as to where we are, whether in life or whether in yoga. So inhale, just feeling the journey, taking the arms up into mountain pose. And exhale, arms down. Just getting some nourishing breath into the body. Breath is part of the vitalizing food that we take in to give our bodies the best opportunity to function at high vibration. Inhale all the way up. And exhale down. Just rotate the shoulders back, getting into the space and forwards. If you're in the middle of the day or at the end of the day and you've just had a long day, just give yourself permission to be in the moment and relax and take care of you. And if you're at the beginning of your day, you are able to set the tone for you during this day, and just take the time for some self-care right now. Take your hands to the mat, and you can just walk them out. Open up those shoulders. Doesn't matter how far you walk out, whether it's right down to the mat, to the floor, or whether it's to a block, or maybe it's not as far. It's not where you are, it's the journey. Inhale, tighten your core, just walk up. Let the core do the work. And exhale. Now just swap the legs around. Take the hands to the side, lift up the chest, inhale all the way up. And exhale down, and just let it go. Inhale up. Exhale down. And just feel the relaxation in this moment. Inhale up. This is the journey to inner peace. Exhale down. And again, just take your hands in front of you, shoulder width apart, and just walk out, open up those shoulders. Doesn't matter how far you walk out. And just stretch Feel the wonderful stretch on your arms. Use your core and bring the breath into it. Let it nourish you. Inhale, walk up, tightening your core, allow your core to do the work. Exhale. Swap over the legs again. Take your right forearm to the mat and your left arm over. So inhale, both arms horizontally, and exhale, right forearm down, left arm over. Inhale, lift to center using your core. Exhale to the left forearm down, right arm over. Inhale, lift to center. Exhale, right. Just feel that stretch as you get there. The journey to that pose. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right, to the left. Inhale to center. And exhale, hands to hips. Again, swap over the legs. We're getting some movement in these hips in different ways. Lifting up the chest, tightening the core. Inhale. Now exhale, moving the hips forward, getting into the rib-thigh connection as we go down. Doesn't matter how far you go. It's about the journey. If you want to take your phone to your block or to your mat, that's fine. Inhale, use the core, let it work. Come up, lift yourself up. And exhale. And once more, inhale. Exhale all the way down, moving your hips forward. As far as you can go. Inhale up, let your core do the work. And exhale down. Wonderful. Coming onto hands and knees from here. And how you get there doesn't matter. Just getting into position where the shoulders are over the wrists and the hands are shoulder width apart and your knees are hip distance apart. Coming into some cat-cow breathing. Inhale into cow, arching the back, rotating the shoulders down, tightening the core and glutes so there's no strain in the back. And exhale and curl into cat, tucking the head in, curving your back, pushing the mat away. Inhale into cow. And exhale to cat. Inhale to cow. Exhale to cat. And just allow your core to do the work. Inhale to cow, arch the back, rotate those shoulder blades down, and feel your core moving. Feel those muscles at work. And exhale to cat. And coming to neutral, sway the hips from side to side. Now take your right leg out, toes to the mat, and your leg is out straight, and just push the mat away with your hands, and you're pushing back. Now use your core, tighten that core, and lift that right leg. Inhale, point the toes, and exhale that leg down to the right, in line with your right hand if possible. And just turn your hips forward. And if you find that you're not in a position to do this, then you go for as far as you can. It's about the journey, and you will get there. If I can get to be a yoga instructor from someone who always took last place in physical activity, I believe everyone can do that. Inhale, tighten your core, lift up that right leg. Take it all the way to the left-hand side as you exhale. So your legs are crossed. Turn the hips forward. Wonderful. And just be in that space and breathe. And just, what are you feeling in this moment? Let yourself feel. It's okay, whatever it is. Inhale, lift up that right leg. Take it into the air in your center. Point the toes. And exhale the knee back to the mat. And just sway the hips from side to side. Before we do the other side, we're just going to do one more round of cat-cow breathing. Inhale into cow. Just rotate those shoulder blades down, arch the back, tighten core and glutes. And exhale to cat and curl. Push that mat away. Open up those shoulders. Inhale to cow and arch. And exhale to cat and curl. Once more, inhale to cow and arch. And exhale to cat and curl. Coming to neutral. And now onto the left leg. Lift the left leg straight, toes to the mat. And just push back with your hands. And you're feeling a stretch in your calves and your hamstrings, which is a great thing. And now tighten the core and lift this left leg up. Tightening your core helps center yourself, give you balance. Inhale. And now exhale to the left. Putting the left leg down, the foot in line with the left hand if possible. Turn your hips forward. Then just breathe. The left leg is as straight as you can make it. Inhale, lifting your left leg up, tightening the core. And exhale it to the right hand side. Turn the hips forward. Just take a breath. Inhale, lifting the leg, coming to your center, point the toes. And exhale, knee to the mat. And just sway the hips from side to side. Coming into extended child's pose from here. Just stretch your arms out. Take the hands to the edges of the mat. And if you can, just lift your arms off the mat so they're not resting on the mat. They're straight. And you can go on your fingertips, getting quite a stretch on the arms. The forehead can be down to the mat. And we're just going to take 3 deep breaths here. And just breathing the deepest intention of peace into the space that you are in right now in this moment. Inhale. Exhale. And just remember, the breath is so important. It's just as important as any athletic activity in yoga, as any of those poses. Inhale. And just nourish the body as you're inhaling. Have that intention. And exhale. Just expelling any toxins, allowing your body to rejuvenate and to heal. Inhale. Exhale. Putting the palms flat on the mat, and you can leave your hands at the edge of the mat. We're going to curl the toes and come into our first downward dog. So curl the toes, lift up the hips, inhale, picking your knees off, exhale into downward dog, relax those heels. And you can just pedal out the feet to get some movement in. This is your first downward dog. So just get a little bit of movement into those legs, into the hips. Inhale up on the toes. Exhale down. And if you feel that your wrists are sore for any reason, if you haven't done yoga before, just go onto your forearms if you can. Inhale up on the toes. Exhale down. Inhale up on the toes. And now exhale, walk into forward fold on the toes. You can bend your knees if you need to. And just relax your heels once you get there. Hands to the mat. Head to knees. Inhale into mountain pose, looking down at the mat as you move into mountain pose. Go slowly. And exhale to heart center. And slowly just look to eye level. You turn your head to the right, towards the right shoulder. Tighten your core and your glutes as you do this. Coming through to center, to the left, back to center. Inhale to mountain pose. Exhale to the right into a side bend. Draw a circle forwards. So just take your arms, extend them forwards. Coming to the left, setting the hips back. Inhale all the way up. And exhale. And just stay in mountain pose. And you may want to have your feet hip distance apart because it just helps you balance better. Again, tightening core and glutes. Inhale. Exhale to the left into a side bend. Extending your arms forward, sending the hips back. Your top half of the body is at right angles to the bottom half, coming to the right, all the way up. And exhale. Inhale once more, core and glutes tight. Exhale into your first back bend, so raise yourself and then go into a back bend, core and glutes tight. Inhale to center. Exhale, arms down. And just sending gratitude to your body, to your core, to your arms, for just being able to support you, to your spine, to your feet, being able to support your body through this yoga. Again, just rotate your shoulders back and forwards. And we're just going to open up the upper back. So extend the right arm towards the left. Take your left hand to the right triceps and just hold on, core and glutes tight, looking over your left shoulder and just pulling on that right arm. Coming back to center. And now extend the left arm towards the right side. Right hand to left triceps. And just looking over that left shoulder. And come back to center. Clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale, lifting up the chest, and exhale, rotate those shoulders down. Inhale, exhale down to forward fold, sending the hips backwards, ribs connecting with the thigh, head to knees, arms raised, your hands still clasped if possible. You can bend your elbows if you need to, otherwise leave them straight. Inhale all the way up to mountain pose, still clasping. Hands behind your back. And exhale. Once more, inhale. Forward glutes tight. Shoulders rotated down. And exhale down to forward fold, sending the hips backwards. Ribs to side, head to knees. You can feel the stretch on your calves, on your hamstring. Allow that feeling. Inhale, coming all the way up to mountain pose. Taking the arms up and clasping all the way up to the top. And exhale, hands to heart center. And now we're coming into one of my favorite poses, tree. And one of the reasons for that is because when you do tree pose and you're balancing, you can't really have your mind somewhere else. So we're all going to stand strong on our right foot. Take the left foot up into tree. So the left foot, the sole of the foot goes against the right inner thigh. And just push, let the muscles push against one another like a suction. Your left knee is out to the side. And your arms can either be up or they can be at heart center or wherever it is that you need to balance. Tighten the core and glutes and focus on a spot on the floor ahead of you. We're just going to balance for a while. If you find you can't balance, hold on to a wall. It will help, but it will still get you focused. And we're just going to enjoy the silence. And slowly comes to heart center. And leg down. And just shake it all out. Wonderful. And just take a few breaths as you shake it out. Stand strong on the left foot, taking the right leg up. Right foot against the left inner thigh. And take the arms wherever they're comfortable. If you can get them to mountain pose, go ahead. Tighten core and glutes. And just focus. And allow yourself to be with the silence. And slowly, just taking the hands down and taking the leg down. And again, just shake it out and breathe. It's such a wonderful thing to be able to be with the silence in the moment. All right, stand at the front of your mat, feet hip distance apart. Inhale to mountain pose, tighten core and glutes. Exhale to forward fold. Hands to mat, head to knees. And just move your hands to your ankles. Have your legs as straight as possible. Head to knees and just pull on those ankles. Just feeling the pull in your hamstrings and your calves. It's such a great thing. Taking your hands back down to the mat. And again, you can put your hands to your blocks if you feel you can't reach the mat. And just walk out, heel toe, till your feet are at the edges of the mat. They're still straight. Send the hips back so the weight is shifted to your heels. Take the right hand in front of the nose. Inhale, left fingertips to the sky, and you're looking towards your left fingertips. Your legs are straight, and you're in flat back. Left hand down to replace right fingertips to the sky. Right hand down, both hands to the mat. And you can either step back into downward dog, or if you'd like to, jump back to downward dog, yogi's choice. Awesome. However you got there is fine. Send the hips back, chest getting closer to the mat, relax those heels. And now we're going to go into three-legged dog and lunge. And if you're not used to going into three-legged dog, just get to lunge however you get there. So inhale up in the toes, right leg to the sky. Exhale through to lunge. Lift up the chest. Your back leg is straight. And if you want to put your knee to the mat, if you need to, then feel free to do that. We're going into side angle pose. So left hand to the mat, right fingertips to the sky. And take the right hand down. Coming into forward fold, lift up the right toes as you inhale, bend the left knee. And exhale, head to knees, hands to the mat. Inhale into mountain pose. Exhale to the right. Inhale, lift yourself up to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, back bend, core and glutes tight, and you're lifting yourself. Inhale, lift up to center. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to mat, head to knees. And again, yogi's choice, jump or step back into downward dog. And just take a breath. Adjust yourself if you need to. Send the hips back. Relax the heels as much as you can. Inhale up in the toes. Left leg into three-legged dog. We're bringing it through to lunge. And however you get to lunge is fine. Lifting up the chest. Take a breath. Right hand to the mat. Coming into side angle pose. Left fingertips to the sky. And you're looking at your left fingertips. Coming all the way down. Back to lunge. Coming into forward fold to lift up your left toes. Inhale and exhale into forward fold. Head to knees, hands to the mat. Inhale all the way to mountain pose. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to center. Really stretch up. Exhale to back bend. Lift yourself up, hips forward, core and glutes tight. Inhale, lift to center. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to the mat, head to knees, and just hold it there. And if you like, you can put your hands down, take your hands a little forward in front of your feet, put them down flat, and just go up on your toes. The legs are still straight. Just giving yourself that extra stretch. And down. Hands next to your feet again. Come to hands and knees. Awesome. Into balancing table, otherwise known as bird eye. Yes, it escapes me. Balancing table. Right arm, left leg. Up in the air. Really stretch. Core and glutes really tight. You can stay here or bend the left knee if you like and take your right hand to your left foot. And just raise the knee and push your foot into your hand. Now extend. Point the toe, stretch out the arm and down. And just sway your hips from side to side. And before we do the other side, make sure that your fingers are spread wide apart and just feel yourself on the mat. How do you feel? Take a moment. Take that space in between poses. Is one hand, does it feel like one hand is exerting more pressure on the mat? If so, just move yourself so that you're in your center and there's equal pressure on both hands. How do your hands feel on the mat? How do your knees feel on the mat? Take a breath. Now left arm, right leg, balancing table. Inhale. And exhale, just hold it. Yogi's choice, bend the right knee. Take the left hand to the right foot. Push the foot into the hand and raise that right knee. Tighten the core and glutes so you can balance. Extend the leg and the arm. And down. And just sway the hips from side to side. Wonderful. We're going to go into cat-cow, but this time we're not really going to move the muscles so much. We're going to feel those deeper internal muscles working. I often like to do this because it's amazing how you can feel the core muscles working, and it's such a great core workout. So let's take the space and create the peace for us to be able to feel that. So when I say inhale into cow, you're just going to very slightly rotate your shoulders down, very slightly arch, but feel those core muscles working. And exhale to catch, very slightly open up the shoulders and curl without moving too much, but feel that core at work. Feel the difference in the muscles going to cat and going into cow. And in the inhale and the exhale, this part of the practice is all about noticing and observing and feeling. Inhale into cow. Just very slight, feel those deeper internal muscles working. And exhale to cat. And do you feel that core workout? Inhale to cow. You feel the core muscles, the burn in the core muscles. And exhale to cat. Even though you're not moving really, you're not moving much. And let's do this once more. Inhale to cow. And exhale to cat. Come to neutral. And we're just going to come into extended child's pose from here, so hands to the edges of the mat. Go back into extended child's pose, forward to the mat, and we're just going to breathe. Just breathe to your own rhythm. And now take your knees out so they're no longer underneath you. And just sink to the mat, chest to the mat, chin to the mat, and your arms can relax on the mat. So you're feeling quite a stretch. You can take those knees all the way out, but you're feeling quite a stretch on those inner thighs. And if you want to, you can put a block underneath your chest. Awesome. And from here, we're just going to move into a cobra. Leave your knees wide. So inhale, coming all the way up as if you're going to hands and knees, and go forward, shoulders over wrists. And exhale into your cobra. Lift up your knees and just move them closer together. Move your feet closer together. Chest lifted, core and glutes tight. Your quads are just skimming the mat. Inhale into extended child's pose. Use your core. And exhale, relax. Your knees are underneath you once again. Inhale into cobra. Chest lifted, core and glutes tight. Feel your core and your glutes working. And exhale, coming back into extended child's pose. Inhale once more into cobra. Use your core. And exhale, extended child's pose. And just take a breath. Come into hands and knees. We're going to thread the needle. So hands under shoulders. You're going to take your left arm underneath the right. Lower your right forearm. Left ear to the mat, but don't put all the weight in your ear. You're using your core, so your ear barely has any weight on it all. Take the right fingertips to the sky. And now take the right hand back to the mat. And thread the needle, taking your left hand back to the mat, back to hands and knees, hands under shoulders. Take a breath. Right arm underneath left. Lower the right forearm to the mat, right ear to the mat, left fingertips to the sky. And left hand back to the mat. And thread the needle. And right hand back. A lot of my clients say they love this because it gives their back such a stretch. And I agree. People feel that different exercises open their backs in so many ways. So this is a time for inner peace enough that you're able to observe which poses open up your back or relieve you of stress or whatever it is that needs to be done. Now we're going to go into extended child's pose. Take the fingers all the way out. Open your fingertips. Your arms are not touching the mat. And you're looking down to the mat. And we're just going to walk to the right-hand side, left-hand side, and back to center. So inhale in your center. Exhale, walk the hands over to the right. If your left hand goes past your right knee, it's a wonderful stretch. So see if you can get there. And yet you remain in your center. You're not leaning to the right. Inhale back to center. Walk over to center. Use your core. Exhale. And just let any tension in your body out as you exhale. Just visualize that. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. And exhale, palms flat on the mat. Now just put your forehead down to the mat. And I just want you to feel, how does your body feel? Tune in. Is there part of your body that is tense? Give yourself permission to relax that part of your body, those muscles. And just be with it. Just be in the space of freedom to let your body do and be what it wants, but giving it permission to release. Inhale, tighten your core, and walk all the way up to seated position on your heels, and exhale. And just take a couple of breaths to your own rhythm. Wonderful. And now we're just going to go into an inversion. So we're going to go onto hands and knees and put the crown of the head down on the mat. If you need to, you can use a towel, a cushion, even your block if you want to. Hands on the shoulders, take the crown of the head down, and then adjust your hands so that they are under your shoulders. Your forearm is at right angle to your upper arm, and your elbows are in, they're not out, because we need some support from those arms. Now curl the toes. You can either stay here, this is an inversion, and you can breathe here, or lift your knees up, inhale, and exhale, and just stay here until you need to come down into child's pose. And otherwise, those of you who know how to go into tripod, let's do tripod. And just put your knees up on the triceps. And we're just going to stay here a little. If you feel called to come down, listen to your body and just get into child's pose and breathe. And if you just want to put your head, the crown of your head to the mat and be on hands and knees, do that. We're never inverted in life while we're working, so this is a great way. Inversions have such a lot of value. Slowly bring the feet down if you're in tripod, knees to the mat, coming into child's pose, shoulders to the mat, and take your forehead down, and just allow your body to rest. And as you're resting, give yourself the space to notice what is your body feeling like. What part of your body needs to just release? Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. That's another thing that we don't do, but children do that such a lot, and there's such a great value in doing that. And now stretch out your right arm to the right side Left arm to the left side. So you're in aeroplane arms. Go on your fingertips. Forward to the mat. And just breathe, stretching out those arms. And observe your breath as you hear. Is your breath shallow? Is it deep? Do you feel like you have to force the breath? Do you allow it to just come naturally? Is your chest tight? Is your throat tight? Or do you feel relaxed? Does breathing feel good? And please just allow yourself to be, allow your body to be whatever it wants to be. Don't shame it for maybe feeling that the breath is forced. Just be kind to it. Just allow it to be as it wants to. Now take the right hand forward, right arm forward, left arm forward. So you're in the extended child's pose. And we're going to spend the last few minutes in Shavasana breathing. So use your core, walk up, look down to the mat, and just take your legs out and come to lying down flat on the mat. Just be comfortable. Back is flat against the mat, chins facing down. And just allow yourself to be comfortable and relaxed. And we're just going to do a quick visualization. And just start breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And just hear the sound of your own breath. Sometimes you don't do that. Inhale. Exhale. And just allow yourself to relax. Tune into your body right now. And we're just going to relax and love every part of the body and send gratitude to it. Our body supports us through life, supports us through every deepest intention and purpose that we have, being able to move through carrying those intentions and those purposes. So just go to the top of your head first. Just take your awareness to the crown of your head and just send gratitude and love and relax it. And now to your facial muscles, your cheeks, your forehead, the muscles of your eye, your chin, all those facial muscles, and moving to your neck. And just allow yourself to relax. Send love, send gratitude, and just be in that space of kindness, of allowing the body to be. If your body is saying something to you, if you're getting a feeling from your body, just be with that. We're just going to have a few seconds of silence. Just breathe. What does your body want? What does your heart want? What does your being want to release? And now relax your shoulders to the mat. Feel your arms relaxing, upper arms, forearms, and even your hands. If you want to take your arms out to the sides, get your palms face to the side, and just relax your fingers. And just send love and gratitude. Your neck, your shoulders, the trapezius muscles of your back, and all the other muscles. And your mid-back, your lower back, your glute muscles. And your hamstrings, send love and gratitude. Your calf muscles, moving down to the feet, all the muscles of your feet, the soles of your feet especially, the toes. Relax them, send love and gratitude. The tops of your feet, your ankles, and now moving to the front. The muscles of your legs, and going to your knees and your quads, your hip flexors, the inner thighs, your adductor muscles, and all the other muscles that you're not naming, and your core muscles. The same love and gratitude to all these muscles. Your intercostal muscles that allow your ribs to move and your chest to expand when you inhale and exhale. Contract when you exhale. And just send love and gratitude to all the organs, all the muscles. Your pectoral muscles. And just coming all the way back. And let's send love and light and gratitude to our beings. And extend that. Let that energy ripple out into the earth and to the rest of our world, to everyone around us on this yoga practice during Peace Week and the Humanity as Organisms Thrives Convergence Room, and to the rest of the participants and attendees of Peace Week, and to the world around us. Doesn't matter what countries we're from, doesn't matter where we are in the world. And let's send love, light, and gratitude to the rest of the non-human family, the creatures, plants, and even the rocks and the rest of the earth, the rivers, the mountains, every single bit of Mother Earth that supports us, that supports our life. And just visualize the connection among all of us in the world, human and non-human family. And now inhale, take the arms all the way up. Let the hands touch and feel your hands, your palms against one another, and exhale. And start opening your eyes. Get oriented to your space. And just allow your eyes to move around. And when you're ready, use your core, come to a seated position. Tighten glutes and core, point the toes, and come to touching your toes. And again, send gratitude to your feet for what they do. Bend the knees, straighten the left knee, bend it, straighten the right knee, and just do that alternatively. Lift the chest. Hands to the knees. Just rotate the ankles. Rotate them the other way. Inhale and flex the feet. And exhale and quit. And come back to neutral. Inhale, take the arms all the way up. Flex the feet again. Exhale to heart center. And once more, inhale all the way up to mountain pose. Exhale to heart center, relax the feet. And we are done. I just want to say thank you for sharing this practice with me. It's been a privilege. And if you want to know more about the Yogi Soul Sage Yoga, please feel free to message me. My email is on the Trello board. Or if you're not sure about that, hello@haseenapatel.com. Thank you. It's been a privilege sharing this practice with you.